Hi, I'm Sherelle Walters Rodriguez, and with us is our intern, Sydney Lake. She's been with us for the past couple of months, a University of Richmond student, and has done exceptionally well in keeping us going, and appreciate what you've done for us with community services. We are at the Clover Hill Library, which is one of our busiest libraries in the library system. We do have 10 libraries with one under construction now, the Central Library, making that better for you. But we have 9 other libraries, and Clover Hill is off of Hull Street Road on Deer Run Road, if you're interested in coming here, because again, this library is so busy because our customers are a lot of parents with young kids, and as a result, we have tons of story times here. I was looking through the list. You had a chance to look at the list too, isn't it something?
Yes, lots of Mother Goose story times. There's even story time just for Eric Carle books where the kids get to do yoga too, which is really cool. So those were kind of two that caught my eye at least.
Yeah, I understand there are 4 story times a week here at Clover Hill Library, and one of the story times is a national award-winning program. Actually, it's not a story time, it is a program, Play Smart with Toddlers. We have received some television coverage as a result of the program, national award, as I mentioned. We're very pleased that that program is having such an impact on our customers here. We have other story, music and movement, and some other exciting things that are going on here. Teen activities. You know about some of the teen activities that we have? Do you remember those offhand? Not yet, but well, one of them is we have a teen advisory board, and that particular group is responsible for making recommendations for teens. And how important is that?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a great opportunity, especially when you're getting ready to go, off to college or off to a technical school, or really anything that you want to do after graduation from high school. It's really nice to kind of start preparing for that early. Yeah,
it is interesting in preparing for that, because you get the experience of volunteering at that level of making decisions and incorporating things that as teens, even though I know you're not a teen any longer, need when they're going to school, or some other resources when they're, like you said, when you're preparing to go to college. One of the other activities we have is a teen writing club, and you're a writer on a couple of accounts. One, because you have a minor in journalism. Yes. So talk a little bit about how something like that would help teens.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it could, get you into any sort of creative writing that you may enjoy, getting you ready to write any sort of college essays, or just, improving writing skills for your high school classes is really important too, just to get some extra practice kind of outside the classroom where there's not as much pressure, I think is really beneficial.
Very beneficial. I know that it helped me a lot to have someone to go to assist me with my whole writing. So again, Sydney has been our intern in community services, and community services is a department that produces your Loud and Clear, and also a lot of the promotion and other things that are related to letting you see what the library is all about comes from that department. So Sydney has been instrumental in helping us getting some of those things across to you, and we really appreciate what you've been able to do. You're back at University of Richmond, and you're a double major again and a minor. Talk a little bit about that.
I'm a double major in leadership studies and political science with a minor in journalism. So like I said earlier, all kinds of writing, lots of talking. It's just all about people, learning about communities and how best to serve everyone.
And the internship, how beneficial has that been for you in terms of your school career and where you see yourself going after school?
Right. I mean, I think it's definitely given me a great opportunity, especially with the journalism aspect of my major, to be able to write for the magazine and get out here and be in front of the camera, which wasn't something that I was expecting to do, but it's been really fun and an exciting opportunity.
Yeah, so we want to encourage you to take a look at some of Chesterfield County's internship opportunities, because they would be beneficial for you, just growing as an individual, but also growing in your career. So again, we have so many wonderful activities here at Clover Hill and some of our other libraries. We encourage you to take a look at our Loud and Clear, or go online and look at library.chesterfield.gov.
Well, I come to Mother Goose because literacy is very important, because I'm a teacher. Her being able to interact with other kids, learning nursery rhymes, and just interacting with the teacher and really bonding with my baby. It's really special to me.
Well, you're looking at the beauty of the summer, and although we are moving into fall, this is one of the areas you may have not known about. A lot of our libraries have some beautiful areas for you to sit and read, relax, or pull out your electronic devices and do some work. And speaking of electronic devices, we have a new service called Hoopla that will allow you to use any of the devices that you have to download various types of media. You can download videos, you can download books, you can download music. So go on our site at library.chesterfield.gov and find out some more about Hoopla. We're real excited to be able to provide that for you. And speaking of things that we can provide for you, we are unique in that we provided an opportunity for rising kindergartners to come to the library and get on a school bus for the first time. You may have heard about that program because it's extremely popular. We partner with CCPS, meaning Chesterfield County Public Schools, and we also partner with the police station, our police officers who come on out and help expose children to their first time riding a school bus. Let's check it out.
They get a chance to learn the rules before the first day of school and also to practice getting on and off the bus. It's really important because safety is so critical, and we have so many new students starting that first day of school. We want to make sure they get a head start on safety.
He's ridden the bus with Robius before for field trips and that sort of thing, and has always really liked it. So we wanted to be sure that before he goes into kindergarten that he has an opportunity to not just ride the bus again, but also just be with his neighbors and his future classmates for an event like this.
I think that's very important because it's setting the stage and the tone of getting to school, and it's just one less thing we have to worry about. If he's comfortable on the bus, then he gets to school. You know, there's plenty of other challenges that are presented along the way of getting to his class and new teachers, and so I think this is a good first step to get on the bus.
I think just gearing him up for the school year. We've been talking about kindergarten, and he's nonverbal, but he has other ways of communicating, and so his body language just gets excited when we talk about school. And so I just really appreciate that collaboration between the school system and the county library. We come here every week and check out books or go to story time, and I personally go to author events, and it's just been a great resource for us as a family. And so having a place that combines those two spheres for us, school and library, and right here in our neighborhood where we live, it's just a wonderful thing when all those things can come together, and it's just normal life for JP. You know, those are places that he's used to being in and things that we're used to doing together, so anything that encourages that is a winner.
I really wanted to help people more directly. And I was considering going to school and becoming a social worker. I was partnered with Marilyn Brown, the Director of Juvenile Detention, in the Chesterfield County Mentoring Program. I thought that was really cool because she has a degree in social work. I started going over to juvenile detention and observing some of the programs that they have there for the youth. Great, I can find out more about this new career from her. And I was like, I don't need to change careers. I'm a librarian and I can go into the community and help people directly. And I found that so rewarding. I partnered with Ann DeWitt. She's one of our wonderful librarians. She found out about this great grant from ALA called Great Stories Club that would allow us to do a book club with a group of underserved youth. And we thought, the kids at juvenile detention would be perfect for that.
The grant is offered by the American Library Association, so the ALA does this every year. This year we are one of about 70 partnering institutions across the country to offer this Great Stories Club book club.
I remember when I came to the program, I had stopped reading and they influenced me to start reading more. And when I read the first book, which was It's Kind of a Funny Story, it kind of set off like something, and I started reading more. Like I started reading the Percy Jackson series, and then I read The Heroes of the Gods. I'm in the last book of that. The books show you that a lot of people go through a lot of problems and everything, just like you do, and it just shows you that you can work through it.
The books were specifically chosen for this population, which I think is really important, and it doesn't shy away from the topics that our kids have to live and experience every day. And I appreciate our librarians, going and getting the training and then partnering with our mental health staff so that they could have real conversations about some of these topics like teen depression, suicide, bullying, but in a safe way, and then a way that we provide resources and support if it kind of touches on a nerve with the kids. I think what's so cool is, from my experience watching it, is the kids feel like they get to have an opinion and a voice about some of these topics without being judged or graded like you would in school, and then watching them kind of figure out if one of them doesn't agree with that opinion, how they can respectfully do that and say, well, this is how I feel.
Eric and I were both really pleased with the outcome. We really felt like the students were engaged. They were not only reading the books, but they were offering really insightful comments about the characters and events, and commenting on the themes with, relating to their own personal lives.
It really is the best part of my week, going into the juvenile detention home and working with these kids.
For me, it's a very rewarding experience working with these kids. They're just so bright and talented and so engaged in all of the programs that we've brought over there that I really do hope that we can continue to provide outreach services and also bring them into the library for more programming.
The libraries just totally make sense because every child's going back. If they're not from Chesterfield and Colonial Heights, they're still going back to a community that has a public library, and to know that that's a resource for them, those are free resources, and that there are folks in those facilities that want to engage with them and want to help them. I think that's pretty cool.
They are in search of finding their voice, and spending time at a detention facility leaves them with a lot of time to think about making changes in their lives. So hopefully we have played some small part in furthering that process.
As many of us know, the library is known for its books, but for CCPL, the library is known for a lot more. We have 3 signature events this fall, one of them Little House Day, and it's based on Laura Ingalls Wilder's book, series of books, you may remember that. We also have Teen Masquerade, and that's part of Observing Teen Read Week. That's at North Courthouse Road Library. The other thing that we have is our wildly popular Festival of the Written Word, where we have local authors that come into our Midlothian library and share with you their expertise in writing. It may be a playwright, it may be an author of one of the newer books, it may be someone who will teach you how to write poetry. So you have different kind of workshops, you have a keynote speaker, and you get to buy the books of some of the authors and get them signed by that particular writer. So we encourage you to check out our Loud and Clear or go online at library.chesterfield.gov and see all the wonderful offerings happening this fall at CCPL.
CCPL is all about the learning. All ages, all different kinds of learning occur at the library, and the Festival of the Written Word is just a piece of that. The best thing about it is just the energy that occurs. The writers, the readers, the kids, the adults, the craft people that know the craft of writing inside and out, the novices, the people that would love to be published and want to know how to. It's just the whole energy of the event and the networking that occurs. I think it's the sense of community, and I think there are a lot of authors who are specifically Chesterfield residents, but there are authors that are RVA authors, and I think it's always been a great and kind of rare event for those 2 communities to get together across the river to join up and to realize that there is talent everywhere, Chesterfield and the rest of Richmond.
If you'd like to know more about Festival of the Written Word, it is our featured article in this quarter's Loud and Clear. It's on page 3 of the publication, and if you don't have access to the hard copy, you can go online, go to library.chesterfield.gov, and you can get more information on Festival of the Written Word. A couple of other programs are in store for you this fall. One of them is called Thinking Money. It's a program that targets teens and tweens, teaching them about financial literacy. It will be here at the North Courthouse Library.
We're getting a Thinking Money exhibit, which is touring the country. I believe it's going to 50 different libraries. So in addition to the museum exhibits, we're going to have 4 programs. Coffee House and Kickoff, Money Matters for tweens and teens, Life After High School, and How to Do Anything on a Dime.
Now, Thinking Money is only one of a few program series that CCPL will have for you this fall. We also have Points of View. It's a program at Meadowdale Library. Back in September, we had a program on community unrest, and WRIC TV anchor Juan Condi came out and assisted us in facilitating that program. Coming up in November, we'll focus on education. So if you have interest there, we encourage you to come out and join us for this unique program.
We're not work, we're not home, we're not school, we're that other place. And people that go into libraries, like librarians and library assistants and library administrators, like, we care about people, you know, and we want to, of course we like information, so we like to share information, but we also, you know, want to bring that community element into it and just bring people together and help them with their problems and make, you know, you start small, so bring the community together, make the community a better place, make the region a better place, and then hopefully, you know, make the world a better place.
Well, as you can see, CCPL, your county library, has a little bit of everything for you and your family. We hope we get an opportunity to see you this fall. We have plenty of programs and events to help you and your family transform information into usable knowledge. I'm Sherelle Walters Rodriguez. We'll see you the next time.